All right. Now, probably the biggest release this week has been Metro Boomin's A Futuristic Summa. 1 second applause. I've been very curious about this Metro Boomin project. And Metro Boomin, if you really look at it, he's been on a tear himself. He's got Heroes and Villains, which did incredible. He produced We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You with Future last year. So he put those two albums out with Future, which completely shook up the game, leading to the great Shakespearean shakedown of 2024. And so now he's back with his own project. And I've been very curious because generally speaking, I personally feel like, and I'm not alone in this, a number of people have talked about this, but I feel like the vibes have shifted. I feel like the vibes are shifted. And I was very curious to see what Metro Boomin was going to do and what the reception was going to be. And so Metro Boomin took a different approach with this project than I actually expected. And he's leaning into a broader pattern that we've seen, again, since 2024, since this great Shakespearean shakedown. Regional rap. 1 second applause. And so we'll get into some of the details of what he's talking about here. I'm going to read a little bit of this complex list. Complex ranked the 23 songs on this project. I'm gonna skip down to the bottom because there's a couple of joints in here I think are really dope and really important. We're gonna take a look at some of the things that Metro was saying because of the reaction to this album. But regional rap. So what Metro Boomin did was essentially put together a love letter to 2000s era Atlanta rap music. 1 second applause. Right? He focused on Atlanta sound at the point in time where I'd argue Atlanta broke the biggest, where Atlanta surpassed everybody else. Atlanta's been running rap from a number standpoint for a very long time. And so he went back, essentially made a salute to that era. Now, again, regional rap has been one of the big topics since last year, as I mentioned. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar talked about it quite a bit. That was one of the byproduct conversations that came out of his battle with Drake. GNX is a love letter to California, to LA, and to the Bay, particularly. We've seen this with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's project, Tiara Mas Photos, is a love letter to Puerto Rico, leaning into Puerto Rican music, particularly. We've seen this with Redman. Muddy Waters 2 is another regional focused project, a lot of New Jersey bounce that's on that project in there. Regional rap has become a focus now because, as I've talked about in this channel quite a bit, everyone for a long time sounded like they're from the internet. And we don't get a chance to really celebrate the diversity that truly makes this culture, and I'd argue this country, really great. So Metro Boomin is doing the same with this new project, A Futuristic Summa. I'm all about it. 1 second applause. Right? I even looked at Joey Badass, the way he approached, particularly the later tracks, but the way he approached his this battle that he started with pretty much everybody. But even the way Joey Badass approached that leaned into quintessential, what people think of when they think of quintessential New York rap too. So now here's Metro Boomin's contribution to this broader conversation. I think all this is dope again. 1 second applause. So Complex put together a list of all 23 tracks and they ranked them, but I'll give you some information on that project itself by reading through the intro to this article. Metro Boomin is taking us back to the early aughts ATL with his new double disc mixtape, A Futuristic Summa. Hosted by DJ Spins, the nostalgic tape is made strictly for summertime gatherings featuring 21 acts across 23 tracks. The sprawling double disc experience includes appearances from Quavo, Young Dro, 2 Chainz, Lil Baby, Future, T.I., Waka Flocka Flame, Gucci Mane, and Young Thug, as well as some serious throwback talent. J Money, Roscoe Dash, Young Dro, and Rocco also enter the chat, catering to the real millennials tapping in with the tape. 1 second applause. I'm not mad at that at all. Young Dro is a problem. Young Dro could really, really rap. Young Dro, when I always talk about that first XXL freshman list, Young Dro is on there too. And he was able to find a lot of success in that era. But I'm a big Young Dro fan. He's always rapping about colors and stuff like that. It's funny. Okay, A Futuristic Summer comes 1 year after Young Metro's insane 2024 run with Future, We Don't Trust You, and We Still Don't Trust You, both debuted atop the Billboard 200, with the former snagging a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album and the latter scoring a nomination for Best Melodic Rap Performance for its title track. Not to mention the Billboard Hot 100 topping Like That, which, with Kendrick Lamar, kickstarted last year's rap war between Kendrick and Drake. and also was Grammy nominated for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance. Following the album's release, Metro echoed Tyler, the Creator's sentiment about his own latest effort and said this album was also meant to be celebrated and that everyone should put away the phones. Put the phones down too. Dance again, party again, have fun again, Metro wrote on X on Wednesday, July 30th. And that's a broader issue. You know, we talk about this all the time. Me and Stack Quo talk about this on a regular basis. Kids don't drink no more. People don't go out the same way that they used to. It's almost as if COVID happened and the whole world ended and we shifted into a whole nother timeline and didn't even realize it. You know, and I think that is a big challenge for anyone who's putting out music, generally speaking, in this environment. People don't go out the same way that they used to. So a lot of times you make music that's catering for certain environments. Well, people aren't experiencing life the same way, aren't experiencing life outside in the same way. And so therefore you're gonna have a challenge when it comes to even DJs trying to break songs in front of traditional audiences. So as Metro starts to get the party started, which tracks slap the hardest? Here is Billboard's ranking of every song on Metro Boomin Presents a Futuristic Summer. I think I said Complex earlier. My mistake. This is actually a Billboard article. I read so many articles all the time, I lose track of them. So I want to skip down to the best songs, right? So the best songs that they pointed out here are Birthday, number 4. It's so nice to hear Young Thug having fun again. The cheerful Atlanta legend sounds comfortable and relaxed over Metro's horns, while Thug's previous release, Money on Money, was a boastful flex brimming with a testosterone birthday. Birthday is purely celebratory and a jolly good time. Although Young Brook and Schoolie do their best to match Thug's energy, it's clear that this song belongs to him. So that's number 4, according to Billboard. Number 3 was They Want to Have Fun. Girls just want to have fun this summer, and Metro, Gucci Mane, Young Dro, this is my joint right here, I love this one, and Travis Porter are here to make sure it happens. On They Want to Have Fun, Guwap sounds right at home over Metro's hi-hats and jerky synths, while Dro raps like it's 2006 all over again. Travis Porter revitalizes his Bring It Back flow and all feels right in the world. That song is cool. I'm not mad at that. I would put it probably in the top 10 on the album. I'm not sure if I put it in the top 4. Number 2, Drip Barbecue. I love this song. Drip Barbecue turns up the temperature on the Futuristic Summer with Waka's high-octane bars propelling this album into the next chapter with a bang. It's just a shame Waka's verse isn't a bit longer given the dose of adrenaline he adds to the track after Quavo's more relaxed delivery. And number 1, Slide, the single that started it all. Slide showcases everything that made Roscoe Dash such an iconic hitmaker in the early 2010s. That is the truth, man. I remember, again, I used to do before Chart Report, I used to do the Billboard Top 20 on Wednesdays because I used to do Billboard Top 20 on Tuesdays, and every Monday how did I do this? No, I did the Billboard Top 20 on Tuesdays because that's when music came out. And on Wednesday, I would do the Billboard Top 20 from 10 years ago to compare the differences in the tracks. And what you found, again, in the early 10s, post-consolidation, was that you would have maybe 4 or 5 artists who would each have 2, 3, 4 songs on the charts. And Roscoe Dash was one of those guys. Roscoe Dash was one of those people who always had multiple songs charting at the same time. Big shout out to Roscoe Dash. His slick melodic flow, cheeky as hell wordplay, let me feed you like a baby bird, you ain't even got to get up and chase the worm, which is funny. I thought that was like, okay. And infectious energy all come together seamlessly. Slide is sure to inspire anyone to get up and hit the dance floor. So check out Slide. That's what Billboard's recommending. I actually am a big fan of You Deserve. Like the T.I. verse on here, I think is really, really smooth. You Deserve is one of the ones that stands out to me. Obviously, Roscoe Dash is on this too. So I like this track a lot. It's one of the ones I like the best. But that's what Billboard is talking about here. Now, there has been a lot of people on the fence about whether this is a good project or not. Right. And people have been critical, one, of him going back to that era, to that age, because to a demographic and people, the way that Metro Boomin has had so much success with, younger, tapping into younger audiences and younger energies in recent years, even for people who've been rocking with Heroes and Villains or We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You, or a lot of Future fans, to them, this sounds a bit dated. Right, that's the argument. Now, I argue this is right on time, right? Even if you look at what Jello is doing, right? Jello sounds like he's making rap that's early 2000s New Orleans rap, you know what I mean? Louisiana rap, Louisiana sounds. I think life goes in 20-year cycles. So Metro is actually right on time for this. But there's a lot of people who've been critical of this project. And so Metro's had a lot to say about it. Metro has been on Twitter tweeting. And one of the things he said is, if you started listening to rap music in 2017, then you might want to sit this one out. Okay. It's hard to see where he's coming from if you didn't get into this space 10, 15 years after the era that he's targeted. 1 second applause. He also said this: if you ain't never went polo with the Sperry's, then you might want to sit this one out. Polo with the Sperry's, bringing it back. 1 second applause. That's, right after the Pretty Boy Thug era, where you had polos with different types of Timbs, not even always construction Timbs, like different types of Timbs. It went with the Sperry's after that. Nice throwback. I'm not mad at that at all. Then he said, if you never intentionally wore your clothes with the tags still on, then you might want to sit this one out. 1 second applause. Then he said here, it is time for music to get back regional. Social media got everybody trying to do the same thing. Let's get back to actual culture and regional identity. Again, this is a carry-on from the energy that we received last year following Drake versus Kendrick. Right. This conversation is now spread to include even Tyler, the Creator. He's been talking about this quite a bit. I think Chromacopia leans into some aspects of that as well. And so now Metro is doing the same thing. And I actually am a big fan of this, because to me, hip hop was more interesting when everyone sounded different. When everyone wasn't necessarily chasing the same algorithm, when everyone had a different pocket, or everyone had a different bounce, or everyone had a different flow. And all of those were able to be successful at different points in time at the same time. This is one of the reactions that I did really feel was dope. Like, I think one of the fans that really captured the sentiments that I feel around this project is right here. It says, this Metro Boomin album hard for so many reasons. This is a producer. He put cats on songs together that I thought we would never hear in life together. Definitely a dedication to Atlanta album. Salute to Metro Boomin. Now, I think that, with any release, we're in the era of everything is classic or trash. But I do think there's a lot of room for nuance here. And, Metro saluting Atlanta, to me, is the story. And I rock with it. I support it. Big shout out to Metro Boomin for doing this. I'm a big fan of this return to regional rap that we're experiencing here. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section. Let me know if you rock with this project. If you've heard it, let me know. If it's trash, let me know that too. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow at The Company Man on everything, including The Company Man podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog. You don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all